Hello and Namaste. In continuation with the vector integral, we'll be starting with the Stokes theorem here. So Stokes theorem is also known as Kelvin-Stokes theorem after Lord Kelvin and George Stokes. The fundamental theorem for curls, or simply the curl theorem, is a theorem in vector calculus in R-cube. Given a vector field, the theorem relates the integral of the curl of vector field over some surface to the line integral of the vector field around the boundary of the surface. The classical Stokes theorem can be stated in one sentence, that is, the line integral of a vector field over a loop is equal to the flux of its curl through the enclosed surface. Stokes theorem is a special case of the generalized Stokes theorem. In particular, a vector field on R cube can be considered as a one form in which case its curl is its exterior derivative, a two form. So we'll be starting with the Stokes theorem in a plane, a statement. If S is be a open surface bounded by a closed curve C, so S is a open surface bounded by closed curve C, F bar be a continuous and differentiable vector function, then the statement goes as integration over the closed curve C, F bar dot dr bar is equals to double integral over the surface S del cross F bar into n cap ds. Now this n cap is same as that of n bar. What is this n cap? N cap is the unit outward normal at any point of the surface. Now, so few of the books are using this n cap as same as n bar. So it's one and the same thing. Capital N they are using as. So notice, if surfaces S1 and S2 have the same bounding curve C, then the double integral surface integral over the curve S1 del cross F bar n cap ds is same as double integral over the surface S2 del cross F bar n cap ds is equals to line integral, which is same as integration over the closed curve C F bar dot dr bar. So this is also very important note to note it down. So we can just solve few of the examples using this particular note. So we'll be going for the first question as a verification of the Stokes theorem. F bar is given to us and S is the surface. Now we have to check with what type of curve is this. That means what, for this particular XYZ plane, what is the intercept of X, what is the intercept of Y, what is the intercept of Z axis, that we have to check it out. So suppose, for example, we are putting Y is equals to 0 and Z equals to 0 in this particular curve. So we'll be moving this to 0, this is to 0, so we'll be getting 2x is equals to 2, that is we are getting the intercept for X axis as 1. So that means what, the X intercept for this particular curve would be 1 0 0, right? Now again, to get this Y we have to put X is 0 and Z is 0. So we'll be putting that, so Y is nothing but we'll be getting it as 2 here, so that is 0 2 0 would be the intercept of the Y axis. Similarly, to get the intercept of this Z, we need to put X is 0 and Y is 0. In that case, Z is equals to 2. So Z intercept for this particular curve is 0 0 2. And if you just draw this points over here and just combine, or you can say the draw the points, or intersect the point, you can say attach the points over here, so you'll be getting something like this curve. This is the curve which is in the first octant. What do you mean by first octant? Where this, now this is Z and Y axis, that means it is X is equals to 0, X and Y plane, that is Z is equals to 0, and this is Z and X plane, that is Y is equals to 0. So this particular curve is lying in the first octant, means what, it is lying between this type of curve. Okay, and this is the you can say the Stokes theorem statement as this, what we have seen it here. So in the Stokes theorem, we need to calculate this first, that is the flux, or you can say the curl of F bar. At F bar has been directly given here, so just we'll be moving ahead a fast little bit, because it's just a curl. To find it out, we know how to find out the curl over here, just to find out, or just to reduce this or get the determinant of this particular this one matrix here. Phi is equals to 2x plus y plus z, because this is what is the curve has been given to us. Let us say that as phi. So 2x plus y plus z, and this is phi, that means what n cap is we are going to get it. So what is n cap? N cap is unit now outward direction to the surface. So surface is, this is the surface phi over here, and we know that the unit now or outward normal to the surface is nothing but the, you can say the normal the gradient of that, but gradient is del of phi, and if we wanted to the normal of this particular gradient, then we have to go for n cap, that is del of phi upon mod of del of phi, which is given by this, and that is what is 2i plus j plus k upon square root of 6. Now projection of the plane of, if you'll just see, projection means what, we have to go to the z axis up over here. So we'll suppose I'm watching this particular curve from the z axis, and that means what, we are putting the projection of this particular curve from the above z axis. We'll be able to see this type of triangle over here. This triangle will be lying in the xz plane. Please do understand this particular thing. So that means what, the projection will look like only this particular triangle part. Okay, and what is it? It's in xy plane, z, that means z equals to 0, as I have said it, is the triangle OAB bounded by the lines x is equals to 0, y is equals to 0, and 2x plus y is equals to 2. So if you draw this particular curve in xy plane, so we'll be getting this type of curve, which is a triangle part, and if you'll observe here, the 2x plus y plus z equals to 2 in this particular curve, and if you're putting it, because we have got it here z equals to 0, that means this z will move to 0 here, and that means we will be getting the equation of this particular line as 2x plus y is equals to 2 is the equation of this particular line, right? And this is what is the triangle we are going to get it for this particular thing. Okay, now ds is as this, which we have seen it from the last slide over here. So ds is what? ds is nothing but dx upon dx dy upon mod of this, or you can say the cap of this, which will be giving us square root of 6 dx dy. So just let me just go to the, so this is what n bar, what we have got it here. Now what we need it here, we have just got n bar, and ds is dx dy, dx is dx dy, and therefore we just need to calculate this dx dy upon mod of this n cap k cap, right? By this n cap k cap, because of this we have got this particular curve here, and therefore we have got this, the value of ds as square root of 6 dx dy. Now this is what we have just now I have already explained you here, right? Now if you'll observe in this particular curve, the double integral, we need to solve it, and for that reason we need to consider, we have two options: consider a strip parallel to the x-axis or parallel to y-axis. So out of that we will be taking strip parallel to this y-axis here. So lower end of this particular strip is lying on the x-axis, which is the equation y is equals to 0 of this particular x-axis, and it is lying here on this particular line. That means what, it is nothing but 2x plus y is equals to 2, that is y is equals to 2 minus 2x. So y will move from 0 to 2, this is what, 0 to 2 minus 2x, and the x will move from here, x will move from this 0, x will move from this 0 to 1, x will move from 0 to 1 in this particular area. And if you solve this particular integral using whatever the integrals I am asking you to do it, so we'll be getting something like this here, right? And that is what we have just written it here, whatever we have got it particular thing here, and that means just we have to find out the double integral of this kind, and we will be getting the answer as minus of 2. But this is what, this is just a one side of this, right? That means for this particular, either we have to have the option to get the strip parallel to y-axis, otherwise there is another way to write down or find out this particular integral. And how could we do that? This is del cross f bar n cap ds is nothing but minus 2 into double integral dx dy. That is what we have got it here, right? So minus 2 plus 1 minus 1, we'll be getting it here 1 minus 2 times dx dy. So this is what we have got it, right? Here in this between steps we have got it somewhere here as minus 2 double integral dx dy, and we'll be starting from this. So this part will remain the same only from this particular part. So that is what double integral dx dy is nothing but the area of this particular triangle, right? OAB. And what is this? This is nothing but 1 by 2 times height into the length of the triangle. Length is 1 unit. If you observe this 1 unit here, 0 to 0 to 1, that is a 1 unit here, and the height of this particular is 2 unit. So this is 2 unit, and that's the reason we have got the area of this triangle is minus of 2. So we have got the one side, that is the LHS is double integral del cross f bar n cap ds over the surface S is nothing but minus of 2. Because it's a verification, we have to verify through the line integral as well. So C is a boundary of A, B, C dash. Now f bar dr bar is given to us as this, because it is like the integral over AB, integral over B, C dash, and integral over C dash A. C dash A. That's the reason we have to consider every curve differently. So now if you'll observe this along AB, that is z equals to 0. So along this AB, and this AB line, or you can say this particular curve is lying in this surface, which is z is equals to 0, right? Z equals to 0. If z equals to 0, that means what? This particular line we are getting it as 2 minus 2x. 2 minus 2x, that is what we have seen it here, right? And therefore dz becomes 0 and dy is equals to minus of 2 dx, and this line integral will be getting it in this way, and we'll be getting the value of this particular line integral over the curve AB is equals to 1 by 2. So we have just please follow the line integral part which is there for the first line integral part, problems based on the line integral from the I button. So that is what we are just doing it here. I'm just going fast forward direction here. Then after this particular line AB, we have to check with the along BC dash, that is x is equals to 0. This is what is the line we need to consider here. This is the line BC dash. The equation here in this particular, it's x is equals to 0. If x is equals to 0, that means y plus z equals to 2. From where we are getting it? We have got this particular, you can say a surface as 2x plus y plus z is equals to 2. So if I'm putting z equals to 0 here, we are going to get the equation of this particular line, that is y plus z equals to 0. That is what we have done it here also in this particular case, the previous case. So y plus z equals to 2. That means dx, because of this x is equals to 0, dx becomes 0, and because of this particular curve, we'll be getting dz equals to minus of dy. And we'll be putting this particular, so dx, dy, this dz, we'll be putting all of them. And after putting this, x is equals to 0, so x is equals to 0, that means this will move to 0, and y plus z is equals to 2. Y plus z equals to 2 is, we are going to get it here out of this particular thing. We'll be getting the answer as minus of 4 for the line BC dash. BC dash for this. Now the third part, that is along C dash A, that is here, C dash A, that is y is equals to 0. Z explain, that is y is equals to 0. If this is so, then according to this particular equation, we'll be moving y to equals to 0, that is 2x plus z equals to 0 is the equation of this particular line. If that is the case, that dy is equals to 0, dz equals to minus of 2 dx, and therefore this line integral will move as this. So just you have to pause the video, because I am here to make you understand how this curve will look like and how this integral will go ahead. So therefore, f bar integration over the closed curve C, f bar dot dr bar is equals to this, which is minus of 2, and therefore we have verified the Stokes theorem, that is of this. The value of this particular Stokes theorem for both the sides is minus of 2. Okay, this is verified. Fine. The next question is evaluate the Stokes theorem for integral over the curve C, and this is the function where C is the curve. Right now, for this particular question, this is the Stokes theorem. Here is one, you can say here, that is because it's a double single integral, or you can say the line integral e to the power x dx 2y dy minus dz. And if we'll just separate it out, we know that this is nothing but, this particular integral is nothing but f bar dot dr bar, right? It's nothing but over the closed curve C, f bar dot dr bar. What is this f bar and dr bar? Dr bar is nothing but dxi plus dyj plus dzk, and this is f bar. That means what we need to find out, we need to separate it out, this f bar from this particular integral. How can we do that? The coefficients of dx, dy, dz would be the coefficients of respectively I, j and k, and therefore f bar is nothing but e to the power x I plus 2yj minus k would be the f bar. If this is so, then del cross f bar will be getting it as equals to 0. If it is coming out to be 0, that means what? We'll be getting this particular integral is equals to 0. Why we are doing that? Because we have got the curl of this particular, because of the Stokes theorem, we can write down this integral. So this integral can be written it in this way. According to the Stokes theorem, this is nothing but double integral del cross f bar. But in this case, del cross f bar is coming out to be 0. If it is coming out to be 0, the double integral will move to 0. And therefore, this line integral will move to 0, and hence we will be getting the answer because of this particular thing is 0. Curl is 0 means what? This particular function f bar, or you can say the point function, vector point function, is a conservative field, or you can say irrotational field. And that's the reason Stokes theorem will give us the answer of this particular line integral as 0 for the irrotational or conservative field. Okay, then evaluate the Stokes theorem for this particular, where C is the curve of intersection of the sphere and the plane. Now f bar dot dr bar, as I have told you, that is what I was just telling it to you. This is the way you need to separate it out, f bar from this. This is the statement of Stokes theorem. Therefore, normal to the surface which is bounded by the curve of intersection of the sphere and the plane, z is equals to x plus 3, is also a normal to the surface, also to the normals to the surface. Therefore, we can find out the del cross f bar, which is coming out to be 4i minus 4k bar. F bar is been here from here. Then we have just found out the curl of this, that is del cross f bar. Now this is the phi, because it's x, z is equals to x plus 3, that is same as x minus z plus 3 is equals to 0. But because this constant we are not considering in the phi, so that means what we are taking it x minus z as the phi, and therefore n cap is nothing but del phi upon mod of del phi, which is this. And therefore dx, because this particular plane is lying in the x and z plane, ds will be here in this particular case is dx dz. Normally we do have it dx is in ds, as in the last question also it was dx dy, because the curve was lying in the plane x and y. But here in this particular case the curve lies between x and z, therefore the corresponding ds will change to dx dz. Okay, therefore the C is the curve of intersection of the sphere and the plane, which is a circle, because it's a intersection of these 2 points, so we'll be getting this x square plus z square is equals to 6z. What we have done it here, we have taken, because since y is equals to 0 on xz plane, y is coming out to be 0 in this particular. Why? Because as I have told you, this particular curve is lying in xz plane. So xz plane means y is equals to 0. That is what we have seen in the last slide also. So that means this x square plus y square plus z square equals to 6z. We will be putting y is equals to 0 in this case, and if we are putting the y is equals to 0, we will be getting x square plus z square is equals to 6z as this xz plane, and R will be the region bounded by the circle x square plus z square minus 6z is equals to 0 with 3 unit radius, and we'll be getting the figure something like this, right? So this is the circle we are going to get it with the center at on the z axis 0 comma z, because this particular curve is in the x and z. Please note down this particular, you can say the nomenclature of the axis. This particular circle is lying in xz plane, center with 0 comma 3, and the radius is 3 unit, right? Okay, therefore we are just going ahead with the curl dot this double integrals del cross f bar n cap ds is this, which is 4 square root of 2 double integral dx dz, which is same as the area of the circle C. What is it? It's pi r square. R is 3 unit. It's been given. I mean, it's been you can easily check it out with the circle with a center at 0 comma 3 and the radius as 3 unit. So pi r square, that would give us 36 pi square root of 2, and therefore this single integral, or you can say the integral over the curve C f bar dot dr bar is 36 pi square root of 2. So answer for this particular question is this. Okay, and this is the self-observation slide wherein 2 questions has been given. First is verify Stokes theorem, second is evaluate using the Stokes theorem. Answer has been given to you here. If at all any query, just put me in the comment section so that I can answer. Thank you so much. Stay connected, stay tuned for the channel, upcoming sessions on the channel. Thank you so much. Happy learning.